Hey guys, this is going to be an instructional video on how to add a trailer hook on your soft plastics. In the summertime, there's a lot of whitebait up on the flats and saltwater. That being said, catch a lot of trout, usually 100, 150 in a day on a soft plastic, mostly because they're just feeding and there's a lot of bait in there, and I mean the fish are just biting. So I mean it's quite a ways from summer. But this rig is good too in open water. You bass fishermen too. I'm using this on a fluke. This is the Lil John by Mirrolure. They make a bigger bait called the Lil John XL, which you can Texas rig, and it's one of the best fluke type baits out there in my opinion. It's got great action, and I use this rig on that fluke type bait in open water. But on the flat, you know, summertime, 3-4 feet of water up on a flat, saltwater, and this rig really catches. And within 150 fish, you miss a lot of bites because there's so many fish up on that flat. And like I said, with white bait around, the fish, it's just abundant. It's great fishing. You don't usually catch size in the summer. They're mostly all spawned out, but you do catch numbers because there's so much bait up on that flat. And same with bass. Whenever you're in a lot of bass, you're going to miss a couple strikes. So this is it's a great rig. So you're going to need soft plastic bait. I prefer a pretty round one. This really works the best with fluke style jerk baits for both bass and saltwater inshore fish. You need about a foot and a half of line. I like to work with a lot of line. You're going to need a hook, about the same standard size hook that they put on the 1.5s, KVD 1.5s. Jig Head or Texas hook, Texas rig hook, EWG, and a toothpick. What we're going to do, take our mono, 20-pound mono, the fish aren't going to see this line anyway, so don't worry about it. I use the strongest line I can get with a good stretch to it. And this is Triplefish, and I love their mono. That was my GoPro. Sorry about that. Make sure not to break your toothpick. I just did that. I had to restart the video all over again. I'm not showing you right now because you all know how to tie a knot. I'm not going to tell you how. Make sure it's tied down good. Alright, so we got our knot. Take our bait, toothpick, puncture through the head of the bait. And I want to get that toothpick to come out right about here. About 1.5 inches from where the tail starts. And this is a pretty small bait. It's 3 3/4 of an inch of the bait. Yeah, 3 3/4 of an inch. This is a bourbon color. It's a clear color, and I purposely chose a clear color to show you guys how to do this. So you're just, again, you're pushing it through the bait. Very simple. You're coming out right about wherever you feel is necessary. I feel about bait close to 4 inches should be about 1.5 inches from the tail. And I'm just taking my mouse right now and pulling the toothpick through. If you have a pair of, I recommend if you have a pair of pliers or something like that, use that instead of your teeth. So we came out of a pretty good spot. As you can see, we have line through the butt end and through the top end. Cut that toothpick off. Simple enough. And now we're going to tie on our treble hook. To the butt end line. Complete another knot, whatever knot you want. I'm using clinch knot now. I gotta cinch it down. Oops. Man, I just broke it. Sorry about that. I didn't have enough tag. And retie that. Be careful with this too. I know it looks like a pain in the butt to rig, but I'm usually used to using a little bit heavier line tying this rig. Plus I can't see. Man, okay. Leave yourself with a little bit more line than I just did, because that is a pain in the butt. Okay. So we're on there good. Just fix my phone there. And we're going to pull this through. So it comes out right there. I'm going to trim off our tag. And then we're going to tie out our jig head. And make sure you rig that jig head to be straight with that hook, or it's not going to run right and it's not going to look good. And when you're in a lot of fish, that treble hook won't bother them too much. I've used this rig this summer is when I figured this out. Plus, some of you probably already use a similar rig like this. Pull that out, make sure it's straight. And there you go, that's pretty much it. And now you've got a trailer hook on your soft plastic. And I recommend going a little bit further back. And then you're just going to tie a simple overhand knot with that line that was once connected. The line that brought your hook through the bait. Now you're just going to tie a couple simple overhand knots. Go back through the loop. And pull. And there's no, I don't think there's any real specific name for that knot. There you go. And now, it's complete. There you have it, guys. You got a good trailer hook on your soft plastic. And it looks a bit ripped up because it's a clear bait. There you go. So now when you're in a lot of fish, there will be no problems. Alright, so that's pretty much it. This is going to be a two-part video. I'm going to show you guys how to do this on a stick bait now. So, enjoy this. I hope I